Hey there, viewers. If you have ever had episodes of chronic throat clearing and hoarseness, then you know how uncomfortable and unpleasant it can get. While many of us may experience this rarely, some suffer from chronic throat mucus and phlegm. In today's video, let's take a look at how to get rid of phlegm and how to clear your throat of mucus. Here are the phlegm home remedies that may come in handy when experiencing constant coughing and throat clearing. Number 1. Avoid triggers. Before we can jump straight into the natural remedies, let's first briefly go over what is mucus and what may cause excessive phlegm production. On a daily basis, the cells lining our respiratory tracts secrete a clear, moisturizing fluid called mucus. This thin fluid helps our internal organs function properly while also providing protection against harmful toxins and pathogens. When our respiratory tracts become irritated, inflamed, or congested, that is when we overproduce mucus as a defense mechanism. When this mucus becomes thick and reaches our throats, it turns into phlegm and sputum. So what causes excess phlegm production? A common cause may be allergies and foreign particles that irritate our internal respiratory tract linings. When encountering particles our cells don't automatically recognize, for example pollen or dust, our bodies go into super defense modes. They begin eliminating the particles from the airways by inducing coughing and sputum production. Both seasonal and year-round allergies are common constant throat clearing causes. A great natural remedy for avoiding phlegm in the throat and frequent throat clearing is to identify the foreign particles that cause such reactions. If it's springtime and the pollen count is very high, a great tip is to keep the windows closed and the foreign particles away from the indoors. Nasal rinse routines have also been helpful in clearing constant mucus in the nose. Number 2. Stay hydrated. We have all heard the importance of proper hydration, as our bodies are made up of mostly water. It's no surprise that we naturally need H2O to survive. But how can hydration help with phlegm removal and mucus clearing? When it comes to normal physiological mucus production and clearing, tiny hair-like cells, called cilia, are the frontline heroes. Respiratory cilia are motile cells that help move the mucus out of the airways and into the throat for excitation. During bacterial viral infections or even inflammation, the mucus present along our respiratory tract becomes thick and congested. This then leads to excess phlegm and mucus in the chest and clogged lungs. In severe cases, these processes may even hinder oxygen delivery in and out of the lungs. For the cilia to properly get rid of debris and ensure physiological gas exchange, it's important for the mucus to be thin and movable. Hydration is a great way to moisten our inner linings and make the mucus thinner. Drinking warm liquids, such as teas, chicken broth, and soup, have been deemed effective in clearing thick mucus and phlegm. Whether it's just water or sweet juices, adequate hydration is considered very important. Number 3. Humidify the air. Along with drinking lots of fluid and getting enough hydration, moisturizing the air can be a helpful home remedy that can get rid of phlegm. It's a well-known fact that dry air and dry air particles aren't good for coughs. The reason is that dry air particles aggravate the already irritated linings of the respiratory tracts. Therefore, inhaling dry air can worsen coughing and stimulate even more throat mucus production. Fortunately enough, there are ways we can add and bring back room moisture and relieve some of the uncomfortable symptoms. Humidifiers are devices and natural home remedies that can help moisturize the nasal passages, throat, and lungs. Just letting the humidifiers sit in the room can aid in warming up the air in the room and easing irritated throat mucus. When it comes to the specific types of humidifiers, they can roughly be broken down into steam and cool mist humidifiers. While both are beneficial for throat clearing and lung cleanses, steam humidifiers have been linked to painful burns. That is why most recommend using cool mist humidifiers that can run safely all day long. Number 4. Gargle salt water. In addition to experiencing constant throat clearing, some of us have also had episodes of super dry throats. The irritated lining on our upper respiratory tracts can lead to soreness and a sandpaper-like feeling, which can be very painful during swallowing. For decades on end, gargling salt water has been a natural remedy for sore throats. While many consider this method to be outdated, there are scientific studies and research that can point to this remedy being effective. Because not only can salt water ease and relieve painful symptoms, it can also prevent the infection from becoming more severe. And let's not forget to mention how simple and affordable it is to formulate. But how can gargling salt water be a constant throat clearing remedy? Well, it's all because of the hypertonic properties of salt water. According to research, by gargling the water, we can help draw out the water in oral tissues and remove any bacterial cells and microbes in the oral cavity. The salt in the salt water then stops the water from going back into the tissues. When we spit out the salt water, we immediately spit out the microbes as well. So, how do we formulate and make this affordable and easy home remedy? For every 8 ounces, or 1 cup of water, mix in half a teaspoon of salt. It's best if the water is on the warm side, because higher temperatures help dissolve the salt better. Mix these 2 ingredients together until the end result is just silty water filled with salt particles. The last step is gargling the salt water in the back of the throat for around 15 to 30 seconds and then spitting out the formula. Number 5. Use eucalyptus oil. Another popular home remedy for lung cleansing and lung detox is using eucalyptus oil. Not many know of the amazing benefits of using eucalyptus oil. This essential oil has been deemed a strong fighter against certain viruses and bacteria and has been linked to loosening the mucus along the respiratory tract. As shared by research and studies, eucalyptus oil is composed of chemical compounds known as phenylpropanoids. These compounds naturally have antibacterial, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, and bronchodilator properties. When administered by inhalation or orally, the high phenol content in eucalyptus oils helps clear the lungs and decrease overall congestion. But that's not all. Along with lung detox, eucalyptus oil is also considered to be a natural painkiller remedy. This essential oil increases blood flow, reduces swelling, and relieves uncomfortable symptoms during headaches, muscle pain, fever, and sore throats. Number 6. Avoid coffee. Even though our mornings usually begin with a fresh cup of hot coffee, sometimes this may not be the best solution to constant throat phlegm and mucus. This is because the caffeine found in coffee and tea can lead to dehydration and dry respiratory tract linings. According to studies, caffeine is said to increase the production of mucus in the airways. As we've mentioned, this is mainly due to the dehydration brought on by the caffeine particles. The thicker mucus then becomes harder to clear from the lungs and can lead to lung congestion and excessive phlegm in the throat. But along with creating a dehydrated environment, caffeine can also aggravate the acid reflux from the lower esophageal sphincter. Apart from viral infections and sore throats, gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD, is also a common cause of constant coughing and throat clearing. When the lower esophageal sphincter doesn't close or constrict properly, it causes the stomach acid to back up and leak into the esophagus. This highly acidic fluid is irritating for the esophagus and causes excess mucus production as a defense mechanism. As coffee is already very acidic, this drink can aggravate the acidic environment in the esophagus and lead to even more production of mucus and phlegm. The end results are constant throat clearing and uncomfortable bouts of chronic coughing. So if caffeine can aggravate throat mucus, it's logical that avoiding coffee can relieve some of the symptoms of sore throat and throat clearing. Studies have also suggested switching to darker roasts for symptom relief, as darker beans are less acidic in nature when compared to lighter coffee beans. Number 7. Try ginger and honey. Along with switching to lighter roasts, substituting coffee for ginger and honey can also be the answer to how to stop throat clearing. Ginger is notable as one of the most beneficial and powerful natural remedies for fighting certain infections and inflammations. Numerous research studies have shown the effects of ginger as a natural decongestant, helping to alleviate painful infection symptoms such as coughs, sore throats, and shortness of breath. Ginger has also been said to work wonders on dislodging stubborn mucus plugs along the airways and constant mucus in the throat. Similarly, honey also has incredible antibacterial and antiviral properties. In addition to fighting against the infection, honey also forms a protective and soothing layer on the mucous membranes of the throat and lower pharynx. This soothing layer can reduce throat irritation and help the passageways heal faster. A quick honey and ginger recipe consists of mixing 1 tablespoon of honey into hot ginger tea. This effective drink not only helps clear throat mucus, but the honey adds a nice, sweet taste to the bitter ginger tea. And that is why ginger and honey mix is considered to be one of the best natural home remedies for mucus and phlegm removal. Were you familiar with these common ways to get rid of chronic throat mucus and phlegm production? Will you be trying some of these tips to reduce throat phlegm and mucus? Let us know in the comments below. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the one you like. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.